All right, this is Secretary of Mining for Twin Cedar Mining District Township, uh, uh, unincorporated city and mining claim. I'm here today to talk about an update. Last Wednesday, I attended a meeting at the BLM for a public input, and we're allowed to put stuff in writing. So I went to coordinate as a miner, even though this was for logging issues. I got to there were and restrictions thereof. I got to go in and be at that meeting, have my put input on it, and then get to submit in paper writing the next a couple days later, 234 pages of how they got to conform to the mining law and the mining trust and to ONC lands and such. And then I emailed them other stuff I couldn't afford to copy up. Uh, their email they gave for this plan was wrong, but I emailed it to the project director, and it seems to got to him as far as I can tell. All right, now I'm going to give you an update on my tort case against the U.S. Forest Service, U.S. Department of Agriculture, and other government agents at all. Now, what we have here is I filed a tort with the U.S. District Court here in Medford, Oregon, of the Oregon District, knowing that they didn't really have jurisdiction there because my claim would be worth over 10,000. But I wanted to slap the judges around one more time with the law and get them really in trouble because see, they're typical. They're easy to predict. I know what they were going to do, and so they did it. Now they're in trouble because see, I filed a motion after Magistrate Clark in 1 day's time from when I filed it recommended it be dismissed, and he come up with a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of baloney, and so Judge Panner, it went to Judge Panner. They gave me a little bit of time to respond. I filed a motion to move it to U.S. District Court of Appeals for the federal district in Washington D.C. Circuit means traveling court. They'll come here, or they should. Anyways, so moving along, I mailed that off to them, and I'm thinking it took about a week for it to get there instead of the 2 or 3 days that it takes. They got it. They didn't have it for very long, and they didn't sign it. No judges signed it. No clerk signed it. There was nothing. It wasn't even stamped that it had ever been there. When I got it back, I looked up on the internet. Finally, the post office got around and said it was delivered the 14th. So I got it back on the 23rd. But before I did that, on the 18th of February, Magistrate or Judge Panner ruled that to dismiss the case, and so I got it because of the mail situation a little late to me. Within 2 days of filing it for notice of appeal, so I got it done in 1 day because pretty much I had only had to write 1 page, put everything else with it I've already written, and file it with this court and mail it off. And so I did that. They got it on that Monday. Now, the Federal Circuit that sent back my motion saying with a little tag on it, looks like we don't have jurisdiction, may find themselves in a little bind because they have exclusive jurisdiction because the damages will be over $10,000 and it's exclusive to theirs for that over that amount. Now I can't name how much it's going to be because that would be fraud upon my part. It's because it's a placer claim. They've determined it's incalculable for the negative or the positive. They have no way of knowing because there's no math that'll tell you. You just have to mine it, and if you're getting enough for what you're processing, you'll make money. Okay, so the interference of the Forest Service, the lack of the BLM to tell me who the trustee is to come and defend the granted trust of the valuable mineral deposit grant and trust. Without a trustee, there's nobody here to defend the trust. And I don't mean inadvertently that would be defending me because I'm the grantee. They're to defend the grant as the purpose of the grant. And since I've confirmed through two employees of the BLM, Director of Medford Operations, uh, Dana Barron, and Project Manager Mark Brown. They they were saying, well, who should be the trustee? And I said, whoever they had pointed for it when the last guy left. And if they didn't, and how long has that been? I said, I don't know, because I don't know when he left. And nobody's telling me anything. And it's your job to tell me. And he goes, what? I go, it's your job to find out who the trustee is before they come and lock you in chains and haul you away. It's your fiduciary duty to find out who the trustee is. Well, Dana Barron is incompetent. He doesn't know the first thing about mining or any of the mining laws. He refers you to their department. Well, their department has no authority to do anything at all without him doing it. It's got to be him to do it because he's management. The department isn't. This has to be decided by a field agent, and I was talking to one named Mark Brown. He's a project manager. He has a fiduciary duty to find out. If he doesn't, they can lock him up in chains and haul him away. See, because they have a fiduciary duty to their office, to uphold their office, or it's a criminal and civil matter. They'll lose their pensions to me, plus their homes, any college funds they got for their children, they're wiped out because see, they're the primary holder of them, and they lose them to me. Oh, then they get the debt of what they cost the government until they pay it off. I hope they have, and they'll be lucky to get a janitor's job if they can't be bonded, because they lose their ability to be bonded. And if they can't be bonded, you can't work for the federal government. Have a nice day. And this is Secretary of Mining for Twin Cedar Mining District, Township, Unincorporated City, Mining District, and Mining Claim. All interchangeable, all governments. And I'm here to inform the people of their mining rights, their constitutional rights, the right to own property without being interfered. It's time to interfere with them. Start interfering with their property when they want to come and search yours and want to do an inspection. You say, can I inspect your home? If I find anything wrong with it, you get 3 times the fine because see, you have a higher duty than I do. All right. To my brothers in Scotland that want their independence, I wish you all the luck in the world, and the same to you in England, where you want your common law rights. And oh, the most one you need the most is freedom of speech, because you don't have that one. At least we still have that one here. Have a nice day, and keep the faith, brothers. We're gonna beat them back.